How prepared are American hospitals and American healthcare workers to deal with Ebola? That's been a burning question recently. You have almost half the American people now in opinion polls that say they're scared, they're concerned. That hospitals, whether they know it or not, they're really concerned that they're not prepared for an Ebola outbreak and when it hits them and personalizes them.
Hospitals are not providing the training that we need, nor are they providing the personal protection that we need to keep our patients, ourselves, our families, and our communities safe.
We're here now in one of the main hospitals in Southern California that did have an Ebola scare. They did have patients here, or they thought would be patients. It turned out to be a false alarm. However, the hospital made news. Once again, it raised that question of hospital preparedness. House committees now, the House Subcommittee on Investigations, they are going to have a day-long hearing looking at this question. How prepared are American hospitals? How prepared are American healthcare workers to deal with the Ebola crisis?
We had a chance to talk about the fight against Ebola, and I got a briefing from General Rodriguez. Our military is essentially building an infrastructure that does not exist in order to facilitate the transport of personnel and equipment and supplies to deal with this deadly epidemic and disease.
It's a good question that much of the American public asks to and want answers to, and opinion polls show that. We also know, too, that the Center for Disease Control, they have said over and over again, we know that healthcare workers themselves are concerned.
People on the front lines are really protecting all of us. People on the front lines are fighting Ebola. The enemy here is a virus.
If, in fact, they have to deal with folk that are essentially infected or may be infected by Ebola. That's been a major concern.
A young woman following every rule risked her life to try and save another. Now her patient is dead, and her community prays she will recover.
When we want answers to, we can see now. When Ebola is a workplace issue, now it has become more than just hospitals and healthcare workers. Now it has become an issue with healthcare workers.
Amber Joy Vinson in a full hazmat suit tonight walking onto that high-tech biocontainment plane heading to Atlanta. The Associated Press reporting she had close contact with Thomas Eric Duncan, inserting catheters, drawing his blood. No word yet on exactly how she became infected.
So the Hutchinson Report News Channel, we're investigating that. How prepared are American hospitals to deal with the Ebola crisis? It's a burning question, and we're going to keep investigating that because we want answers to that. We'll have healthcare providers, we'll have officials, we'll have everyone, up to including President Obama, who's spoken on that, and we'll be looking at that issue. How prepared are American hospitals to deal with the Ebola crisis? That's one issue, that's one question, that's on the table. We want answers to.